Well, hello my beauties and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would show you how I do my winged liner for hooded and mature eyes. So let's get started, shall we? So, winged liner for hooded eyes. As you can see, if I come in a little bit closer, I have hooded eyes. And I have done this side already. And if I look down, you can see that it's not your typical wing. Because the most important thing, if you are doing a winged liner for hooded eyes, is when you look straight ahead, you have the nice wing. Also, we don't want it to go like this, especially, well, actually I don't, because I'm a little bit older, as you may know, and I want to create that lift. Now, as you can also see, my eyeshadow goes up here, and if you look here, it's the same. So what I do is I do my eyeshadow first, so that I can use my eyeshadow as a guide to place my liner. You can follow me. I will try to go slow, so if you already know how to do a winged liner for hooded eyes and this is just to see how I do it, I apologize, because I really want you guys to follow what I'm doing. So maybe for some it's going to be a bit tedious, because I really want to explain to you all what I'm doing. So let's dive into it, shall we? First off, what do you need? I have, as you can see, my makeup on already. I don't mind that, but when I started practicing my winged liner, I just did it with no makeup on. So I would do my eyes, my eyeshadow, then I would do my liner, and then I would put on the rest of my makeup. That way, if I made any mistakes, I could easily correct it with my makeup. What if you have your makeup on like me? Well, what you can do is grab a cotton bud, and you can either wet it or use a little bit of micellar water to clean any mistakes up. Put a little bit of concealer and then go from there again. So that's just what your personal preference is. What are you going to need today? As I said, a cotton bud. You are going to need your concealer of choice. Maybe even a concealer brush if you want one. And I don't have any mascara on, so I have my trusted mascara here as well. This one is from Essence and I really like what this does for my lashes. The concealer, duh. It's still a bit early here now, I only had 1 cup of coffee. The liner I am going to use today is one from Catrice, and it's their Liquid Liner 24-hour waterproof, and it looks like this. I will show you the tip, and the tip looks like that. Can you see? Yeah. Okay. I also have a felt tip liner, but I found that it transferred up into my crease, so I'm not really using that one anymore. So now I'm trying out the Catrice one. This one is really easily corrected. If it's dry, just wet a cotton tip of a cotton bud, just dab over it and you can just scrape it off with your nail, and you don't even have to be aggressive about it. It just flakes right off. That's the pro. The con is that I can get a bit teary-eyed because I wear contact lenses, and it can come off as well. So I'm still looking for one that just won't budge once it's set. So if you have any tips for me, leave them down in the description bar below. Now I'm going to zoom you guys in. So now we are nice and zoomed in. As you guys can see, my nice 42-year-old eyeballs, and yeah, we are getting started. So you are going to get your liner of choice, and what you want to do is place your mirror in front of you. If you have a magnifying mirror, use that so you can really see what you are doing. But you are going to look straight ahead, and I will look straight ahead at the camera. And you are going to do your bottom one first. So you follow the line of your eyeshadow. I need to go a little bit up from there, and you can also follow this line up, the line from your lower lashes, and then up. And I'm going to start with the, it's a bit difficult to do this. And just go as high as you want it. And it doesn't matter if it's, as you can see, it's a little bit patchy, but that doesn't matter. We will clean it up later. But if I look down now, you can see that the hooded part is here. And we need to connect that. So I am going to first connect the top part, and I'm going to look down in my mirror because that one is closer. And just take your time. So now we have connected the upper part, and I know it's still a bit wonky, but we can always clean that up. So I'm getting a little bit more product, not too much. What we want to do now is connect the top part to the bottom part. So you are going to look straight ahead again, and you are going to go like that. And why? Because when we look forward, we want a nice straight line, and I know mine is not straight yet, but I will fix that. I am just leaning on my table, looking straight ahead and connecting the bottom to make a nice straight line. So if I look at you now, you can see that it's connected. But if I go like this, you can see I'm missing a little bit. So we're going to fill that one in. So you're looking down now. Maybe even lift up your eyebrows and just connect the top to the bottom like so. So now if I look ahead, it's nice and straight. Just let me check. Yeah. And if I'm looking down, you can see we have a little bit of a bird wing, but that's just the way it is with hooded eyes. So I'm getting a little bit more product. And what I want to do now is clean up this line. So I'm going to stretch my eye so it's a bit taut, and I'm trying to not talk. Check again. Every time you do something, just check in the mirror how it is. So this one needs to be a little bit more pointy. Like so, and I can always elongate the other one. I am checking. Is it okay? Keep checking. It's okay. Now, as you can see on this eye, the shape of my eye is different here because here I have a scar. So it doesn't bother me. It's just I want it to look relatively even. And if I make any mistakes, as I said, I can just scrape it off if I have wetted it again. I see they are a little bit not even, but I will clean the other one up later. Now we're doing this one. So you can leave it like this. If you have hooded eyes and you have small eyes, I will show you. Let me just find my pencil real quick. Yeah, it keeps falling over. So I have I have just a black eye pencil, and what you can do is just tight line the outer part. And if you have, and I'm looking a little bit like this now, so if you have a little very tiny space, you can just do a tight line and then a little wing. What you need to do then is just connect this little part here. So I will show you. Get my liner again. And I will show you, just look straight in the mirror. You are going to go right between your lashes and your eyelid. Little strokes down. Maybe go even out a little bit, because if you look now, you can see I have a thingy like that and we want to round it out. So just round it out a little, so that it has a nice flow. If you have extremely hooded eyes or really small eyes, this is where you can stop. And then you have your nice wing. I want it to be a bit more dramatic. Fortunately, I have a little bit of lid space left. Woohoo! So I am going to thicken it up a bit at the outer part, and then I'm going to bring the liner in so I can get a nice cat eye. So I'm going to start from the center of my eye, the highest part, down. And first I am going to place the liner as close to my lashes as possible. So I'm closing my eyes a little bit, just a little, and make tiny strokes. And just check again what you have done. Now you can again leave it at this if you want to. I am going to thicken it up a little bit more. So I'm going to close my eyes all the way now, because if you are looking a little bit like this between your lashes, you can get really into those lashes. And if you close your eyes, you are going to go automatically a little bit higher. So I am going to stretch my skin a little, because I have 42-year-old eyelids. So I want them to be tight. And just take your time, check what you're doing. Let me see, I need to thicken it up a little bit more. So I'm getting some more product. You know, and just have fun with it. It's just makeup. If you don't like it, just take it off and do something else. It's not the end of the world if something doesn't go the way you want it. Sometimes it feels like that, but it's not really. Now I need to connect this part. Like so, I think. Is it thick enough? It is. And I am going to fill everything in later. Now you can see that I have thickened up the outer part, but it's missing a little bit here. So that's what I want to connect next. So I'm looking straight ahead again, and I am checking where do I want it to connect. I want it to go a little bit nice. Let me see, I don't want my wing too thick, but it needs to connect. So tiny dots or strokes, and a tiny dot here, so I know where to connect it. So I made a dot here, and I have one here. So now if I close my eyes, that's what I did. I just made a dot on my mobile lid, and then a little stripe on the hood. And when I look down, you can see that it goes a little bit like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the little dot that's right here, and I'm going to connect the top and the bottom, but I'm not going to connect them straight down. I'm going to connect them in a little curve, just because I find that aesthetically pleasing. Like so. Can you see what I did? Now, if I look straight ahead again, you can see that the whole part falls into the hood. I'm going to check, and now I'm going to fill in and clean it up a bit. So, fill in. And clean up. Like So, and if I look straight ahead, you can see that the wing is nice. The only thing I want to do now is make a line here. You can stop right here, but I like that. I have done it at on my other eye as well, so I am just going to do that. Close to the lashes. And check. And then for the inner part, I'm opening my eye. And going like that. I have made a little boo-boo. Are they even? They're not really even, so I'm going to elongate this one a little. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Checking again. I think they're good like this. So this was it. The only thing for me left to do is my mascara. So I'm going to zoom you guys out a little bit. Now we're zoomed out again. And what I am going to use now, I don't know, maybe you have seen, but this liner really clumps up my lashes. And I want to use mascara. So I have a little brush thing like this. And I'm sorry it's dirty. It's because I used it on the other eye. But I am going to use this part. No, I'm going to use the comb first and just place it at the bottom and then push my lashes through gently. Then I'm using the bristles and trying to get a little bit of the stuff off so I can do my mascara. So guys, this is the finished look. I think it turned out great actually. Well, I think we did pretty good. If you have any tips or would like to tell me how you do your winged liner, hooded eyes or otherwise, it doesn't matter. I would love to know, so leave that in the comment section down below. Hit the subscribe button, click the little bell as well, because YouTube is doing all kinds of wonky things. And if you don't hit the bell, it is possible that I will not show up on your newsfeed, and that would be so sad. Yeah, so again, hit the subscribe button, don't forget the bell, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.